Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Frankly FM84 and thank you for joining me on another episode of Bello Calcio. We are currently out in Japan in the J-League managing Shonan Bellmare. So if you joined us yesterday, you would have seen us have an easy victory against Ho Chi Minh City in the Champions League. And today we have moved forwards to be playing against Kawasaki Frontale in the J-League. So let's fill you in on everything that's happened since. You might be able to see from the table that for a change, we are not top. We are currently 3 points behind, but let's show you the journey that we have been on to get there. So in terms of the schedule, you can see that when we left us last, we had that 5-0 victory. Since then, we have had a 3-0 win against Jubilo Iwata. Played really well in this game. Had 17 shots, 8 on target, 2.76 as an XG, and goals from Machida, Maxwell, and Machida again. Got us 3 points against Jubilo Iwata. We then had a 1-1 draw against Consadole Sapporo. It wasn't a game where we played really well. We had moments in the game where I thought we were going to go away and win it, and then they had moments too. They took the lead after 28 minutes through Alex Nascimento, who I came this close to signing earlier on in the window, and then we equalised with Patati in the 58th minute. Bit of a to and fro game. Probably a point was a fair result in that one. We then beat Kashiwa Reysol in a game where we played well enough to win. I'd say that we deserved the 3 points. 2-0 probably flattered us a bit. We had 15 shots, 7 on target. We had the penalty from Miyuki after 23 minutes, and then Ovlar scoring on 45 to give us another 3 points there. We then played against Kigwancha. I think it's Kigwancha. That's that how you say it? Not even sure where they're from, actually. Before we do that, let's have a look. Where are Kigwancha from? These are the DPR Korea Premier Football League team. So, yeah, they're North Korean, aren't they? So, yeah, we beat them 3-1 soundly at home in the AFC Champions League. We battered them, really. We should have scored more goals, had more chances, had everything go our way. Had the ball in the net 3 times through Okamoto, Fujimura and Maxwell. And they scored a goal late on through Pak Tae-wo. So nothing really out of the ordinary happening there. And then this is where it kind of started to fall apart a little bit. First we had a 3-2 defeat at the hands of Cerezo Osaka. They had 2 goals early on in the game. They then added a third after 75 minutes. We then woke up and got 2 goals back from Ohashi, with the last of them coming in the 93rd minute. But in fairness, we didn't deserve anything out of the game, and we really didn't play well enough or deserve anything anyway. And then came back-to-back defeats to Yokohama Marinos. Just didn't play well in either game. We could see that we've had the chances, we've had everything go the way that we need it to go. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. They did. They won the first game 2-0, and then they won the second game 1-0 in a double header, back-to-back games. Played a lot better in the second game. Had an injury to Takahashi, kind of unbalanced everything. Hatanaka even, getting the goal for Yokohama, gave them the 3 points that they were looking for. And then we have got back to form, and this is where we started playing some decent football again. Played really well against Nagoya Grampus. Goals from Machida, Miyuki and Ono, giving us 3 points in that game. We also then went and beat Yokohama FC 3-2. Probably a little bit lucky in this one. I think a point would have been harsh on us, though. We created more chances. We had everything going our way. We had a 2-goal lead through Machida and Okamoto, only to give it away for Nakajima and a Tachi own goal. But luckily for us, Machida stepped up added on time to give us 3 points. And then coming back into the last game before we came back in this episode, and goals from Ovlar, Lutkafri and Ovlar again, getting 3 goals and 3 more points as we continue to try and get back to the top of the league table. Let's show you that quickly. So our board expectation, despite being champions, is still avoid relegation, so can't lose with that one. Sat in 4th place, 15 games played, same as Yokohama. And you can see that pretty much those 2 back-to-back defeats against Yokohama is what keeps us off of the top spot. We are 3 points behind, and I feel that we will close that gap eventually. So that brings us nicely on to today's episode. We're going to be playing against Kawasaki Frontale. Let's show you the starting 11 and how we get on against them. Here we go then, the team that we are going to put out on the field to hopefully carry on our recent good form after those dodgy losses is Graka in goal, Ishihara, Ono, Aranda and Hatta at the back. Got Miyuki, Nago and Patati as the midfield 3. We have Machida, Oblar and Maxwell all up top. So our 3 best strikers, our 3 best midfielders, our best defender and our goalkeeper. So fingers crossed they can all kind of come together and keep the good times going as we face off against Kawasaki Frontale. Players then come out onto the pitch. The lineups are announced, the huddles are all done, and we are about to kick the game off. And ominously, there is a chance straight from kickoff. This one is going to be an attack for Kawasaki, it seems. Somebody needs to try and get over there and get the ball off of them. Luckily for us, the cross is swung in way too deep, but they are going to get a second chance at it, and they have scored after 25 seconds. Although you can see on the big board just over there, they're checking for a possible offside. Hopefully he's pulled away from his man too early. Let's see what the review says. Goal disallowed, offside. Luckily for us, he does pull away just a little bit early. And in fairness, he's quite a wide margin offside when you look at it from that angle. And that is a bit of a relief for us, because that would have been the worst start that we could have asked for. 25 seconds first attack and we're conceding a goal. At least we get a chance now to build into the game. Although what is going on here? Hatta is getting some treatment. Where's he going? He's off running. What is he doing over there? Bit distracted by the fact that one of my players was well off the pitch. I'm not going to take any chances with this. Hatta is going to be replaced. But by who? That is the question. We're going to bring on Okazaki, not his natural position. But I'd rather have a fit player playing out of position than a half-fit player playing at right back when we need to rely on that position to stop attacks coming down that side of the pitch. Especially when he was just running off towards the dugout, unless I got the player and the physio the wrong way around. But not too sure. The cross coming, it is headed over the top of the crossbar. And we really should be taking some of these chances. It's the same, we've had 6 shots and only the 1 on target. We've collected more bookings than anything. We've got 4 already in the first half. We need to be careful. We do not want to get down to 10 men, especially after having making the substitution early. And the last thing we also need is to go a goal behind us. Matthew Zinio nearly gets in behind. I think the flag has gone up anyway, so it would have been offside. But yeah, we do not want to get down to 10 men, and we certainly do not want to be conceding before half time, as this looks to be drifting away from us in the first half. We are in, not a lot happening. Both teams having 6 shots, only 1 on target for either team. Seems to be a pretty even game so far. Let's jump into the dressing room, start the second half off, and see what will happen in the second half. So, not a lot in the early minutes is the answer to that question. We are seeing at the bottom that Kawasaki are probably having the better of the game. They're certainly the ones on top in terms of the numbers at the moment, but they are going to have the big goal kick, which hopefully we can turn the ball over just like that. And if Maxwell could have got through the gap, no, he plays it to Ovalar. And Ovalar, I thought, had given us the lead, but instead he just puts it past the post. And these are the chances that we are creating that need to be taken, because I can just see them popping up with a shot and a goal here. And we really could do with taking one of the ones we are cutting out. And there is Machida giving us that goal just as we were looking for. And there is the purple board. Is this going to stand? Disallowed as well. So a goal disallowed then at either end of the pitch. Oh, it's a lot closer than what their one was, but it's probably the right decision. We're going to have to jump in, make a substitution, I think. We're going to bring Ohashi on in place of Ovalar. Put Maxwell up top. Put Ohashi out on the right. Tachi's also going to come on in place of Miyuki, get a set of fresh legs in the middle of the park. And I'm going to make... Oh, I can't make any more substitutions, can I? It's 3, so... That's it. 20 minutes to go. Those are the 3 that we're going to make. See if they can have any impact on the game whatsoever. Doesn't look likely, though. This seems to be one of the most even games of the season. We don't normally have too many 0-0 draws. Still time, though, for that to change. And we need to defend well here as Kawasaki are on the ball. It's crossed in. Kobayashi is in. Thierry Gracca gets down, makes the save. And it's going to be a corner kick. So let's see what we can do in terms of defending this corner. It's swung in. Ono with the ball away. Maxwell on the turn. Now, if he gets up the line here, he's got some pace about him. He's beaten his man. Can he pick the pass? The pass is ahead of him. There it is to Ohashi. He's hit the shot straight at the defender. And he's offside anyway. So, a bit of desperation going on here. Really do not know what is happening in terms of our form. We could do with 3 points here. We've conceded some late goals recently. Wouldn't mind getting one here. Instead, it looks like the ball is coming back against us. Kawasaki on the counter-attack, but Aranda deals with it. Gracca with the big ball away, but again, it's given straight back to Kawasaki, and they are on the attack down the left-hand side. Ball is in, and Kobayashi's hit the post. And it looks like a good bit of fortune for us there. There is one attack left, and Aranda plays the ball forwards, but it's coming back at us again. I don't know what's going on with the defending, or certainly with the decision making there to just keep lumping the ball and it keeps coming back. Surely one of them's got to think we should do something different. Maxwell on the turn, plays it short to Nago. Ball over the top this time. He's into space, luckily, so it's not coming back. Machida's got it. What can he do with it, though? That's the question. Not a lot, because time expires, and that is pretty much an even game. Nobody really deserved it. Both teams had a goal disallowed. We created some chances, but not enough. That is probably one of the most disappointing performances of the season so far. So, let's not dwell on it. Let's push forwards into the dressing room, past the media page, and have a little look at the schedule to see where we can come back. So, we have a run of games now that go Kashima Antlers, Gamba Osaka, Cerezo Osaka, and then we play in the Emperor's Cup second round. So I think we'll be back for Albirex Niigata in the Emperor's Cup second round. Fingers crossed we have an uptick in form before then. Right, if you're at this point of the video, you enjoyed today's episode and are enjoying the content on the channel, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to help the channel out. I appreciate every single person that takes the time to hit those buttons and support the channel. But for this one, I'm going to be wrapping it there. Come back on the next episode, and we're going to be facing off against Albirex Niigata in the Emperor's Cup.